Hey, my guys and goddesses. Welcome back to Cherry Baby's Ghetto Ass Tarot. What we say we want, we do we want, but what we won't be is disrespectful. Alright? Let's go ahead and start cleansing the energy real quick. I had to cool off. From the last reading. Okay. Alright. Let's start with the prayer. Holy Spirit, ancestor, my highest light, thank you, thank you, thank you. As we go into God's and Goddesses energy, I ask that you block out, take all evil eye, return it back to center, transmuted, blessed, and bliss. Please give us a clear message that we need at the sign. Put a strong hedge protection around his energy. Thank you, my reachers. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, my deceased loved ones, and my highest light. And thank you, Holy Spirit, of sharing the Okay, let me start off this reading by saying, okay, somebody want to make something political, but I don't give a fuck about it, so don't come at me like that. Y'all ain't never did shit for me, so I don't expect me to care about it. Don't expect me to talk about it. Don't expect me to do anything for you. All right, moving forward. Let's talk about something else. Yeah, Empress in reverse. I have my own shit going on. Okay, yeah. The Empress in reverse was a secret surrounding a situation, or somebody wanted to be an Empress in reverse in secret. All right, surrounding someone's work, surrounding astrology or something like that. I guess they wanted brownie points, or they wanted to be considered as noble, surrounding somebody else's shit. Yeah. Yeah, we have Leo, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, 12th house. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, 12th house. All right, they went to, I guess, the old president or something like that. In other news, okay, yeah, Capricorn, 12th house, North Node, energy, Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, 12th house, North Node, energy, Aries, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo, Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, 12th house, North Node, energy is not near Jupiter, surrounding the Earth, towards Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, 12th house, North Node, energy, Leo, and Gemini, Aries, 12th house, North Node, energy, Aquarius, Scorpio, 12th house, North Node, energy, raising hell, surrounding Cancer, being undisciplined, okay, because they was under some form of illusion that somebody has not learned a lesson about gossiping, okay. So with that being said, let me just clear this out because I'm ready to talk about something else, all right. Somebody want to bring up the past surrounding you, and quite frankly, I see this shit. You don't give a fuck. Whoever this is that went to somebody who's in a high position, surrounding elite or something like that, they need to lock their ass up. They really do. Lock their ass up. All right. Nobody gonna keep talking about their ass. Sick of these motherfuckers. All right. Ain't never did shit for me. Why the fuck am I? All I'm doing is protecting my shit as I should. I'm not here for you to like me, but I will be respected. And if you can't find that in your heart to do that, don't expect me to respect you. Get it? Okay, let's go. Because respect goes both ways. What did I say over here? What we say we want, we do we want. Well, what we won't be is disrespectful, right? Now to the collective, because that's what it's about. All right? Collective, I ain't trying to be a bitch towards you, but I'm sick of whoever this is. They're getting on my motherfucking nerve. We got Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, Leo, 12th house, North Node energy. Yeah, Capricorn, 12th house, North Node energy. Has not learned a lesson. Surrounding the Cancer. Who's being undisciplined. All right, they in La La Land. Okay. Surrounding the Empress, Taurus, Okay, maybe they don't know somebody is a fake friend, or they sitting there telling. It's kind of like somebody just sitting there just talking. And this person like, yeah, The whole time they got in the back of their mind, I'm finna tell such such. I'm finna tell such such. I'm finna tell this person, that person, A B C D E F G L M N O P. 1 2 3. I'm about to tell everybody this person T. That's what they on. Okay? Somebody keep trying to tell you, talking to somebody who's running their fucking mouth about your business. That's what the fuck is going on here. You think you got a friend. You ain't got a friend in that person. And that's the truth. You got Air Gemini with Aquarius raising hell. Okay? Yeah. Some around of Pisces, astrology, secrets removed. There's some form of hidden communication. A Scorpio 12th house, North Node energy. And with a Gemini or Leo, Aries 12th house, North Node energy. Aquarius, Libra 12th house, North Node energy. Virgo, Sagittarius 12th house, North Node energy. Fire Aries, Sagittarius. A Gemini 12th house, North Node energy is not in a Jupiter surrounding our Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or because of a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay? FYI, if I want to open up my page, like for this is for people who've been knowing me for a while. If I want to open up my page, my Saturn's Empire, a little bit more, if I want to open up more videos, I will do that. I can do that. Ain't nobody telling me what to do. That's by choice. I don't care who you call on or talk to. I'm not scared to go to jail. I'm doing whatever the fuck I'm doing by choice. I ain't got to do shit for nobody. If I say I don't want to do something, that's a choice. That's my free will. Now, if you just sticking around to get on somebody's nerve, then be my guest. But keep in mind, I will cuss your ass out while I'm sitting here trying to help the collective do what they got to do. Yeah, some form of new beginning is not happening. Yeah, surrounding the past. Alright. Yeah, they being asked to walk away. Yeah. Because they're not going to get a Wheel of Fortune. Okay? I will stop everything. I know a lot of people have made a lot of money off my work. In my previous off my previous platform, they made a lot of money. They're not going to be able to do that anymore. They not. They start too much shit from afar. All they do is sit up and watch and shoot magic instead of applying themselves. Yeah, somebody don't want to argue no more. Yeah, somebody realized it wasn't smart to go about something in the past. Yeah, this Hierophant is walking away from something. All right. Yeah. Because they realized something, just all they did was buying people from making money. Yeah. Some form of Ace of Pentacles is taking place. Alright. We got the Lovers and the Ten of Swords, okay? Somebody who really has a really good heart, okay? Because that's what I think about with the Lovers. Defeated the situation by choosing love instead, okay? Yeah, King of Wands couldn't see something because somebody's not really talking to them, okay? Somebody wasn't even in devil energy towards them. Somebody wanted to make it look like somebody was shooting magic. Yeah, that was an unwise choice. Yeah, some form of injustice somebody wanted for somebody. All right, a King of Pentacles in reverse and a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Nobody's studying them. They're just not being called because they just shit started. That's how they're always going to be seen and always going to be. Okay, somebody's not in their head about anything. Okay, yeah. Somebody couldn't understand something. King of Swords couldn't understand the situation surrounding the Emperor, who's extremely strong in something. All they do is sit up and think about something and then they get upset all of a sudden. It's almost like bipolarism. Like 1 minute they calm, next minute they get upset about a Ten of Pentacles. So they hurry up and do something To balance something out. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. Okay. Somebody, every time they just be chilling and shit like that, somebody come to them where they got to defend themselves consistently. Because somebody always coming with some bullshit. Okay. And then they have to feel like they got to balance everything out. Because somebody's only doing something because of somebody's strength in something. Or they position to do something. Or the knowledge to transform situations. But if somebody don't do something, nothing gonna get done. Yeah, that's been exposed. Yeah, somebody just lazy. That's what I got. That's why they gossip. They lazy. All right, you tell them to do something, they so busy trying to hate you, but they don't want to do shit. So how it's kind of like saying you hungry but you don't get up to cook. Saying you hungry but you don't get up and go take yourself and get something to eat. Or saying you hungry and you don't get up at all. You don't make a call. You don't Uber. You don't DoorDash. You don't do nothing. You just sit there and say you hungry. You just complaining. But they won't change. No, you want somebody to take care of you. That's why you do it. Okay? You thinking gossiping is gonna make you some money. No. Getting your ass up will. Okay? Somebody's just not in the energy to be hearing it. You're saying look around. Somebody got to argue, defend themselves over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Who wants to hear that? Okay, I damn sure don't. Somebody want to be at a place of peace where somebody ain't consistently coming at them about all type of shit. And when somebody be straight up and say what it is, all of a sudden they got a problem with that too, because they didn't expect you to fix it. They didn't expect you to defend yourself. They didn't expect you to say, hey man, quit coming at me about that. And then as soon as when you do say something, when you call them out on that, or when you sit up and tell them straight up what it is, now they want to argue. I ain't about to argue with you, because that's the whole reason why I told you the first time. Don't come at me about that shit, because I didn't want to argue. But since you want to argue, I got plenty of I got a mouthful. I got a mouthful. I'm about to tell you some shit that nobody ever told you before. That's really what it's giving. Somebody sit there and every time you trying to sit back and chill, you really ain't in the energy of trying to argue with somebody. But they keep coming at you about this and that, and you're like, man, as soon as I get to a place where I ain't got to do something, I ain't got to deal with this situation no more, I ain't got to do this no more, man, let me tell you something. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of that. They're afraid that if you do get to a place of peace, you ain't going to answer your phone no more. They ain't going to have nobody to talk to. They ain't even ask you for your permission to even to dump all these burdens on you. They just did it. They can't have a peaceful conversation, say their damn life. Everything got to surround some form of drama. But then when you get somewhere where you don't even answer your phone, man, I miss those days. Oh, I miss those days. I feel like the shit I'm going through now, I didn't have to go through this shit since my 20s, early 20s. This is just how childish this shit is. I can openly say this shit childish. Shit got peaceful for me in my mid-20s, going towards my 30s. Early 20s, 18, 19, all that shit that this is how you know this shit childish energy. Think about how old you was the last time you experienced some shit like this. Think about it. And that will further let you know how childish this shit is. Where you can't even mentally rest in peace without somebody coming to you about something. They're refusing to heal. They're refusing to talk about it. And all they got to say is, ain't nothing wrong with me. Something is definitely wrong with them. And you so caring and loving and kind, you could sit there and you could be all ears for a person. Or you could be so caring, loving, and kind that you would sit there and you feel like you could trust somebody that you could talk to about certain situations. But you know what they do? They burden you some more by taking your business somewhere else so they can talk about you. And you don't find out to the ass end. And then all you could think about, and I have experienced this a couple of times, all you could do is sit up and think about a time where you could talk to somebody that you could truly trust. Somebody who gonna keep that shit real with you. No matter how bad it hurt, you missed that one friend you had. That you ain't worried about your shit coming back to you. I had one. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't even gonna hold you. There was one person. She was a Libra. I'll never forget her. One person. Here. I was working at the hospital at the time. Oh, ain't no fucking way you could have talked about her to me and I don't tell her. And ain't no way you could have sit there and talk about her. Talk about me to her without her telling me. It was like, we was like tight knit. I ain't had to ever worry about shit like that. It's always that one friend that you don't even see that motherfucker no more. But you missed that bond. Everybody making that shit cool to be fake. And I'm not calling anybody. Maybe if somebody start acting out because I said what I said, I'm just saying I'm not calling you fake. But if you act out, you only showing your colors now. I'm just going based off according to what I know. I never had to question a person ever in my life. Never a doubt in my mind. It was just we were so tight knit to the point where people knew what was up. People knew what was up. It wasn't I found out later by somebody. No. If somebody told me anything about the person I was cool with, she was a Libra. I ain't gonna say her name, but the conversation went like this. Oh, I know not to talk about such to you because I know how y'all two is. Y'all tell each other everything. Damn right. You talk about her, best believe I'ma tell her. You talk about me to her, she gonna best believe tell. That's how you know that shit was trusted. I ain't got time to be sitting here trying to figure out whether somebody my friend or cool with me or not. No, none of that shit. None of that shit. Hell no. Hell no. You ain't gonna sit up and talk about me. You ain't finna talk about me to her. She gonna tell me. You might as well tell me yourself. That's exactly what you just did. We got the Sun in reverse and the Chariot. Okay. Somebody still haven't gotten clarity about something on that's being seen, or whether somebody's gonna do something. Okay. Surrounding spotlight or surrounding filming. All right. Somebody, what I'm getting is somebody really wants somebody to do something so they can find another reason to say that somebody's crazy. And for everybody to look at somebody like, what's wrong with you? So that's why something is not going to be done. Okay? Like, for instance, I wanted to do something where it ain't just my son and his father doing something, right? Or something in that nature. I wanted it to be where it was more my son and his siblings and stuff like that. But somebody I don't even know how to word this, but it's really giving like somebody only wants someone to do something so they can have something to talk about. That's what I got. They really just want somebody to do something that has something to talk about. Right? With the King of Earth, like Somebody just want the. It's really giving like somebody just gonna come and fuck it up anyway. Somebody just, it's some form of Taurus energy. They just want they're gonna come up. It's really giving like somebody want to make somebody look like somebody's intentionally targeting them. That's when somebody's not. Somebody's not even thinking about them. Somebody wants to make it look like somebody's intentionally targeting them, like somebody's picking with them or something like that, and somebody's not. Okay, somebody not even studying the situation. Okay, that's really what it is. It's almost to the point. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you, y'all. I ain't gonna sit here to hold you. It's to the point where, and maybe that's somebody's goal or something like that. But you know, I keep it so player though, to the point where, like for instance, if you're going through a situation where somebody wants to make it look like, you're targeting someone or somebody trying to set that shit up the way it look like that, right? Like a setup. That's what I got. Somebody wants to make it come off as if whatever that you're doing is a setup to spy on them. That's what I got. Somebody trying to say somebody's spying on someone. And make it seem like whatever that they're talking about is not true. But they could manipulate that. Because somebody wasn't spying on them in the beginning. So wouldn't that make them crazy? I don't know. It wouldn't. All I'm saying is, because it's not my place to judge, no matter what they say about me. But it's just more so the fact, like, if something let's just say you do something, right? And it's kind of like saying, it's kind of like when somebody be like, oh, I don't like eggs. Or something like that. Have you ever talked to somebody like this where you tell them something you don't like and then somebody make you come off as if you're a bad person for saying you don't like something personally, or you say you make a statement or something like that, or you do something and somebody took that as they instantly victimized themselves? Like, that's what somebody's doing. Okay, they automatically start victimizing themselves in a situation. Like, and it's like, no, I'm not, actually. It's like they're condemning themselves. And it's like, it's just to a point. It's no purpose to even keep talking about that, okay? We got the strength, okay? Quit. All I'm going to say is don't even associate yourself in whatever this is, because if somebody really on that type of time, when people do shit like that, this is me personally. I can't tell you how to handle situations. I can tell you what I would do. I look at it like this. When people get like that, I just stop dealing with them. I don't want to argue with you because I ain't finna give myself that level of headache. I'm just not gonna do that. I don't care if it's a relationship, a workplace, a friendship, family. It doesn't matter. If you create an argument or you coming at me about something and I wasn't going, I'm going to tell you this. No, it wasn't like that. But if you keep going on and on and on you're trying to justify the fact that you just didn't know about something, or you just didn't know that somebody was gifted at something, because that's what I got. Somebody wanted to make somebody come off as if you're not that gifted, or you're just not all that, or something like that. But somebody's intentions was really, really good surrounding something. Somebody just didn't know that somebody can pick up their energy. Somebody was not manipulating anybody's money. You weren't manipulating anybody. Somebody just, like I said, I don't care if it's a friendship, workplace, family, relationship, it don't matter. If I'm giving you that big of a headache, guess what? You ain't gotta worry about me no more. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just not gonna deal with you. I'm not gonna do anything in your energy. I'm not gonna do anything surrounding you. I'm gonna be so cold with it. I'm gonna look into it before I do it. I'm gonna make sure that I cut you off. That's how cold I am. Okay? So don't take it personal. It's just that I don't want you to come off as if I'm oppressing you. Okay? That's the energy. And some people take that personally because they really want you. They really want you to. They really want to be involved. But the way they go about it is so negative. And they just cannot understand that you're just not like that. Your vibration is so high. You're not even on that type of time. But somebody is. And you know what I do with people like that? I don't deal with it. I'm not going to deal with that. I got enough stuff going on. Okay? You have that kind of time to do that. I don't. Okay? No disrespect. I say that respectfully. I don't got that kind of time. You think I'm picking with you? You think I'm saying something crazy about you? You think I'm spying on you? You think I'm doing this? You think I'm gonna cut you off? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because that's like an ongoing argument that you will never win. You wanna know why? Because you knew for a fact your intentions weren't bad. But they had already painted a picture. Okay? So when it's like that, you don't deal with them. I got people I've been knowing for a long time. I don't care how young or old. I've been knowing for a long time. I'll cut you off. I will cut you off. Because my goal is to consistently mature, to be a better me every day. If I'm consistently arguing with you, I'm lowering my vibration just to appease you, which means you won't supply, which means I see you as a narcissist, which means 9 times out of 10, you're trying to trigger childhood wounds surrounding something. Okay? You're trying to dominate me by being my parent. You're not my parent, so we're not even finna do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna respect each other, but I'm gonna go the other way. Okay? You ain't gotta worry about me. That's one of those. Sometimes you just got to do that. Let them know. All right? You're not being disrespectful for keeping your peace. All right? I should caption that. All right? You're not being disrespectful for keeping your peace. If somebody wants to disrupt your peace for something that you had no clue that you did, make it clear one time. If they keep going on and on, trust and believe they don't believe you. They don't want to believe you. They actually don't like you. Okay, and 9 times out of 10, they will do something malicious to you. Those are dangerous kind of people you just don't want to deal with. Don't deal with them type of people. Okay, especially if they powerful, if they in a powerful position. 9 times out of 10, you don't want to deal with them no way. Okay, because if they got enough power. If they got a powerful position, 9 times out of 10, they have been doing it so long, they know how to manipulate other people to hurt you. Okay? So when they get that serious, you just don't deal with them at all. All right? You don't deal with them. Yeah. Some form of wish surrounding peace has been made. Okay? Somebody couldn't see that somebody was getting cut off. Okay? They didn't see that. Because they too aggressive. Alright? They got a ball of fire inside of them and they want to take it out on people that grows. You ain't got time for that. Okay? Because that's going to block your new beginning. You didn't see that at first, but you're going through an awakening. Okay? You're going to see a whole lot of things that's going to take you through your success. Like, success really could be easy if we didn't have haters. But then again, success could have been hard if we didn't have haters. Because those are the ones who promote you. Okay? But you have people who try to stop you from being successful for no damn reason. They just do it because they want to have they want, that's what makes, I don't know, that's how they go to sleep at night. I don't know. And they don't even have to know you. They just want to stop you. Right? But those are the people that tell other big people about you, okay? And then your name gets spoken up in rooms that you never even stepped foot in. So what you do, you boss up, you mature. And everything that they ever said about you not only will be put to rest, but they'll also let them know that people can see that growth does exist. Their failure to mature is every bit of reason why they will no longer do that to you. Okay? All right? Yeah, abundance is here due to your intuition. All right? Somebody doesn't want to grow. They're not They impulsive, okay? They only studying somebody, all right? Studying their lineage, studying their roots. They only doing something, okay, to be impulsive, all right? They're not doing it to actually mature, all right? That's all they're doing. Your presence makes people feel incapable of doing more, right? But it's kind of like this. Instead of them looking at something as, I can learn from you and you can learn from me, they're not looking at it like that. They're just being impulsive, okay? Because everybody, whether it's me, you, or anybody, Sally Mae, it don't matter who, okay? Nobody knows everything. When you think you know everything, you really don't know anything at all. All right? You may need to learn something, but this type of person, they might have a position to learn, but they don't want to teach you. You do have bosses that be on that type of time. Okay? They don't want to teach you shit because they see that whatever that you do, you bust your ass and you make sure I'm talking about you the great, like you become the greatest at it. And they know if they teach you anything, they know, they feel like you're going to exceed past them. It's almost like they want you great, but they just don't want you greater than them. Okay? And I'm also getting this thing where they're going to have to mature because them not learning a situation clearly, okay, they don't see how impulsive people are being surrounding their position. It's kind of like saying that you are, it's kind of like keeping you, let's say somebody is up there in power or something like that. They consistently trying to keep their foot on your neck, consistently. They don't know that whoever stands behind them sees what they're doing and they're studying them. So while somebody is studying you to prevent you from growing, somebody in their inner circle is studying their moves and their tactics. Right? That happens. All right? The streets teach you a whole lot of shit. And so while they're studying somebody keeping you from growing, guess what happens? Oh, they accomplished whatever that is to stop you from growing. Now they're next. But they don't know who it's coming from. Right? Because the whole time they like, if I can stop you from growing, then I achieved something. And then when they stop you from growing and getting anywhere in life, they like, yes, I can finally celebrate. I succeeded at stopping somebody from being a better version of themselves. Something to be proud of, huh? And then the whole time somebody's seeing their snakish ways and they feel like it's their duty now to stop them. But guess what? They don't have any more power because I'm talking about karma-wise. They don't even have any more good karma because they have done it so long to so many people that they don't even know that that person can't actually do that to them. Because that's just how the universe works. The universe don't give you a karma through the same person you hurt. Sometimes karma comes through other people. They didn't know that. Yeah, whoever this is or whatever this is, they're binding to whatever that is. Okay, you're binding to it. Yeah, miracles are here for you. All right. Yeah. Somebody's just not nurturing. All right. Yeah. Yeah, they lack compassion. Yeah. Because they can't prove that somebody's an energy vampire. They can't prove it. They've been proving it. They've been trying to prove it for so long. So they've been trying to find ways to silence someone, but that shit ain't gonna work. Whatever tactic that they're doing it's never going to work. Because let me tell you something. It even said this in I don't know if it's 48 Laws of Power or in the universal laws. Say what you mean and mean what you say. This is the type of person who says something but they don't really mean it. So 9 times out of 10, they emotionally immature and they don't stand on whatever that is that they're doing. So they expect you to be like that. And when they see that you're not like that, because you'll be an energy vampire if you don't stand on something. Because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything, right?